Warning, this episode contains profanity. And I don't mean a little bit of profanity. In fact, the entire episode is pretty much about cursing and swear words and things like that. So if you are offended by profanity, I highly recommend you not listen to this episode.
Seriously, man, just fuck off up out of this shit, alright?
Hello, friends.
Hello!
It's Cass.
This is the Reconstructing History podcast.
And that's Bob. I imagine that going very differently.
What do you mean?
I thought we were going to... Oh, this is Cass and this is Boss and this is the boss.
Oh,
Your
boss.
name is Boss. Your name is
Finally!
Boss. No, you're not the boss.
Oh, all
You
right.
know that.
Anyway, welcome.
Welcome to the Reconstructing History podcast.
We're on the road again. It's a beautiful, crisp autumn day in the
Oh,
Netherlands.
it's gorgeous. The light is gorgeous. It's noon, but it looks like it's still morning. The shadows are long. The sun doesn't get that high in the sky these
Well,
days.
it is what they call winter.
It is what they call winter, and so the shadows are long.
Yeah,
So
I said autumn, really. It's late November.
yeah. Well, it's not. Well, yeah. It's winter.
It's late
It's
November.
winter. It's winter.
It's winter. It is winter.
It's winter. That is winter. So yeah, and maybe you'll. Yesterday we drove past a place and went, what the hell is that? And stopped, backed up, turned around the car, went back, and there were Bactrian camels.
Honest to God.
Bactrian camels.
Meneer Paardenzik.
Yep. Oh,
feet
having
in
a
the
roll.
air.
Oh.
Feet in the air, but not in the mud.
Yeah, little horse in the paddock.
Little horse. That's a full-size horse. That's the one that usually has the busted halter.
Far away.
It's
Little, far away.
very small.
Far away. Yeah.
I don't get it, Ted.
Yes. I don't get it either. No, yesterday we drove past this place. We drove
Oh, the
past
bacteria camels.
the bacteria camels. Yeah. Fuck. Autocorrect. I
Did
hate
we not
to-
warn you? We warned you. We warned you.
Just because autocorrect is not as erudite as I am and does not have as gloriously huge a vocabulary, it has to fuck up my shit.
Change bacteria into bacteria.
I mean, honest to Christ.
It's on Facebook. I was going to change it, but nah.
No. I changed it. I saw it happen on Instagram, and I fixed it on Instagram. But once it posts, it automatically posts to Facebook. So, and I don't.
And you're
There's
getting
only
made
so much I
fun of
care.
on Facebook?
Am I?
Ooh.
What, for having bacteria camels?
Yes.
Yeah. Well. Yep. Don't mess with me, man. I'll send the bacteria camels against you.
I think what you meant to say was, don't fuck with me.
I meant to say don't fuck with me because
This is the fuck episode.
this is the fuck episode. No, look. I mean, okay. I'm gonna tell you something that I take great offense to. When people say, "Oh, you have a potty mouth." No, I don't have a potty mouth. I have an excessively big vocabulary that includes words like fuck. And so what?
and
You know,
shit.
and shit.
And dick whistle.
And
Cockwomble.
douche canoe is one of my douche canoe. No, seriously, a few years ago, like maybe 5, more than that,
Yeah, more than that.
more like 10 years ago, when I first heard the word douche canoe, I could not say douche canoe without laughing, because when you say it, if you say it in a real exaggerated way, douche canoe,
Sorry about the noise.
it tickles your lips. It tickles your lips when you say
Try it with us at home.
Yeah.
Douche canoe.
Douche canoe. It makes your lips vibrate in this way that I find really hysterically funny.
Douche canoe.
It tickles. So I like to say douche canoe. I don't need to call anyone douche canoe because
But it helps.
No, it doesn't help though, because it's too nice. Douche canoe. It has one sound in there that is a plosive. And okay, D technically is a plosive, but K is a plosive, and that's the only plosive you've got in there. So it doesn't give you like fuck. Fuck is like all it starts with a non-plosive.
Noise, hang on. Rumble strips, kids.
The really
They're
good
what's for breakfast.
The really good curse
shit.
words What are you doing? Oh, there's... Oh,
Trying to get through
the
a
road is
closed
closed. All right, well, you better turn around then.
I'll be turning. Whoop, there's a car right behind me. Can I get around?
No, there's a...
Oh, sytuacja Hawaii.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sytuacja something in Polish. That word will never look Dutch to me. That word is a Polish word.
Except it's...
Oh, wow, what are they digging up? It stinks.
I think it's going down. I think it's, that's urea.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
They're putting in sewage pipe.
No, they're
the
farmers.
The farmers are...
fertilizing.
Oh, they're fertilizing?
Yep.
And it smells different than normal fertilizer.
No, that's...
Okay.
We live in a place, ladies and gentlemen, where you can identify what time... If you were blind, you could identify what time of year it is by what kind of manure.
No, if you were really good at it, I bet you could...
Oh, there's Doggy.
Oh, Doggy.
Doggy on his dirt.
Yep. I bet you could identify what kind of plants are planted in a field based on what fertilizer they used. if you had a really sensitive nose, or not really sensitive nose, but if you knew these things. Like,
yeah.
Oh, and that's pig fertilizer. That's pig manure, so therefore they must be planting.
Oh yeah.
Sugar beets or something. I don't know.
You can tell you can certainly tell the difference between pig shit, cow shit.
Yep.
When that stuff goes down.
Speaking of shit.
Boy.
Shit.
Yeah, we were talking about.
Shit is a good swear word because of the plosive at the end.
Shit.
And no one ever...
Otherwise known as the noise Bob makes when he falls off a horse.
Yeah. He once went flying off a horse.
Right between his ears.
Right between his ears. A projectile. It wasn't a fall so much as it was an ejection.
The fucker turned on the brakes.
Yeah.
I was in 2-point at the canter.
Yeah. And
he just stopped.
He knew what he was doing. He dropped his shoulder when he stopped, so you couldn't even run into the back of his neck. He just,
Yep.
he didn't. You weren't thrown so much as you were launched.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the sound of that, friends, goes like this: shit, da-dunk dunk. Because that's what I heard. Because it happened behind me.
Slightly lower pitch, but yeah.
Yeah, well, in Bob voice. But yeah, so we were talking about profanity, and number one, I take issue with the word profanity, and I'm a dickhead about words. I don't like when the wrong word is used.
I think pedant is
pedant. Well, no, I'm a dickhead. I really am a dickhead. I'm worse than pedantic. I will argue to the nth about words and the meaning of words. And profanity, I have a problem with the word profanity. Because when something is profane, it means it's not sacred. There is the sacred and then there's the profane. There is the religious and then there is the secular. And the word profanity comes from the Latin root profanus, which meant outside of the temple.
Oh yeah.
Not inside of the temple.
Fane is another word for temple.
Yeah, fanus.
Yeah.
It's...
Alias fane in the later Dune books.
Yeah, is Alia's temple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So profane, if profanity basically means like all of the speech that is not religious.
Okay.
So, I don't like that profanity has come to mean... You see, I can't even describe it because I'm about to say I don't like that profanity has come to mean dirty words, but I don't think words can be dirty. Like, a word is dirty. Mud is a dirty word,
Yeah, no, see, that's pedantry.
No, but I am a pedant. I don't think sex is dirty. I don't think, this street...
Well, it depends on how much chocolate pudding is...
It's true. Messy. Maybe not dirty, but kind of sticky.
Okay, right.
Sticky is different.
Ooh, butterscotch pudding.
Oh, but so sticky. Oh, so sticky. I can't stand the thought of it. Oh, so sticky. Oh, I need a wash. No, but I don't think... Oh, you've...
So do people's heads, because now people are imagining my naked ass.
Are they? Is that what...
RH
fans, are you imagining Bob's naked ass in butterscotch pudding? Because I'm not.
Next time you're about to get a
No.
little bit
No.
Don't do it?
No, this is not happening. People will really turn off this episode. Oh my God.
They're already turned off.
No, nobody's listening.
Back to the point.
Yeah, no, I take offense with the idea that certain words are profane. Well, I take offense with the word profane, meaning meaning something that is, I can't even find a good word for it. Dirty. I can't use dirty.
Naughty?
Naughty? Is it
sinful?
Is it sinful? I mean, I have a friend who's a preacher and says fuck.
Oh, have I told you about the chaplain I had when I was at Bragg?
Yeah, because fuck doesn't say anything. You say Jesus fucking Christ, he has a problem with.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Fuck, he doesn't have a problem with.
He came to watch the Super Bowl with us.
Yep.
Catholic priest.
Yep.
Came to watch the Super Bowl with us. Because we had one of the first humongous big screens we pitched together. The guys in my barracks, and bought a great big screen TV, and then immediately after Super Bowl weekend returned it. Because you could do that.
You're a bad man. You see, that's fucking profane.
Anyway, we put out the word that we are having a Super Bowl watch party. We had put in a shitload of beer. And the chaplain said, "Can I come?" And at first we were like, "Why would you?"
No, because we'll have to be good in front of you.
Yeah, all right, whatever. So he turns up, and we're hanging out. We're in civilian clothes, and next thing you know, he's getting into the game. And he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
And we went, "Oh."
Yeah.
And he said, "What?" And his logic, Jesuit-trained priest, was if it doesn't take the name of the Lord in vain, it's not sinful.
No, I remember being in like 2nd or 3rd grade, and I went to confession, and I thought taking the name of the Lord in vain was saying, "Oh my God."
Right.
And I said this to the priest in confession, and he went up one side and down the other with me, saying, you're not supposed to say "Oh my God" unless you're praying. And I was like, that's fucking ridiculous. No, I was actually telling your story. I don't have a friend who's a Catholic priest who says fuck. I have a friend. Yeah. I have a friend who's a practicing Muslim who says fuck, and she's like, what? Fuck? Fuck doesn't hurt anybody. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck
is fun.
Yeah. And that's, where I have the problem with the words in English that end up being curse words, swear words, have to do with bodily processes, it seems. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt. These are dick, ass. These are our swear words.
Asshole.
Yeah, asshole.
That's
asshole. Yeah, not ass, asshole.
So we hit all the 7 deadlies.
Yeah. Well,
the FCC's
motherfucker. No, I mean, it's the FCC doesn't control me. I don't even think we have something like the FCC. And
fuck them.
Then they fuck them.
No, we there is a controlling. Yes, there is a telecommunications.
But they don't control us.
No, I mean, I was listening to the radio the other day when I was waiting for you, or coming to pick you up, or something like that from Pilates, and there was a song on Radio 538, and it's in Dutch.
But they say fuck.
And shit.
Well, nobody has. No, I'm telling you this. I think it's Swedish. Forgive me, Swedes, if I get this wrong. And if I do get this wrong, please comment and educate me, because I want to get this right. But Swedish doesn't have any really good swear words on its own. Like, it has like helvete, and that means to hell with it or something. Or or mean, fires of hell or something. And that's all they've got. So when they swear, they just say fuck. So you're watching these Scandi noir movies, and it'll be like I apologize, Sweden.
Wow. You're a racist.
I'm a racist. I apologize. But if you can't be racist to blonde people, who can you be racist to, really?
Yeah, it's what, like here, the only real cuss word in Dutch is like donderwetter.
Yeah, thunder weather, or
Klootzak.
But yeah, again. I
think that's like ball sack.
Klootzak means, testicles, ball sack. And come on. All men have a ball sack. I mean, is it? You can call it testicles, but you can't call it ball sack.
I don't know. Mine's pretty dirty.
Yeah. You should wash. That's what.
Why bother? We're in lockdown.
Oh yeah, right. I'm still here. But no, and it offends me. Very little offends me, but it offends me that the words that we consider to be offensive have to do with human bodily processes or parts of human beings and things like that. But I watched an interview. Craig Ferguson was interviewing Stephen Fry
on the Late Late Show.
On the Late Late Show,
when he was on that.
Yes, and Stephen Fry was saying, why aren't words like torture? Why isn't that a dirty word? Certainly, torture is better than fucking.
But fucking is better than torture.
Oh, torture is worse than fucking.
Yeah,
you know, or
baby horses.
You know.
Oh my God, there's 4 of them.
Or murder or incest. Why aren't these bad words? Because they are bad things.
Yeah.
Where, you know, tits and ass, those are nice things, you know.
I'm fond of them.
But if you are me, if you live in my head, which granted only I do, no, you realize that curse words aren't curse words necessarily because of what they mean. I mean, they get censored because of what they mean. But the reason that we continue to say them isn't because, like, I say fuck all the time. I use fuck as punctuation. When I don't know what to say and I don't want to say I say fucking, you know? Fucking. Yeah, fuck is my verbal pause. And that's... No, it's absolutely true. Oh, little carriage.
Carriage with some
pretty horses.
Pretty brown horses.
But there's
We'll put a picture there of a carriage in the YouTube video.
I will put a picture of a carriage. There's some real reasons that we use these words, and it all has to do with linguistics. Because fuck.
This episode dedicated to Kevin Hott.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin, for noticing that I am how I am.
Wait, where are they? We are within meters of bacteria.
They're not there. That's a higher fence of the bacteria camels.
Yes, they're up here a bit.
Yeah.
And I came this way specifically to see.
Did you? No, they're not.
They're up ahead.
Oh, they're up there. Oh, that's a big truck.
That's a humongous truck, and we're going to die.
Jesus.
We haven't died.
Jesus.
Mary and Joseph?
Jesus. Just Jesus. I didn't have... Mary and Joseph aren't as... I will explain that. I will explain.
They were in this enclosure right here. In this...
Yeah, in that bit. That bit. Are they there?
Yeah, they're in the back.
They're in the back.
I cannot believe...
Bactrian fucking camels.
2 humps.
2 humps.
No waiting. No, 2 humps. Yeah. Not 1 hump. So Bactrian,
the weird thing is, we were driving around the other day, and I thought I saw... I'm like, there must be a statue in that yard, because I think I see...
It was in a completely different place.
It was in a completely different place. And
completely different town.
Yeah. And I thought I saw an alpaca, and then I thought I saw something that looked like a camel laying down, but it had 2 humps. But it looked like a dromedary with 2 humps instead of 1. So I said, that's got to be like a sculpture that somebody has in their backyard or something, or I'm seeing, I don't know what I'm seeing.
And then like an hour later we drive
back real Bactrian camels.
Yeah, and we had, the only reason I saw them was because we had to slow down. There was construction happening, like someone's house was getting rebuilt, and I slowed down because I had to go through an intersection sort of thing. And I wanted to, like all boys do, whenever there's great big diggers and power equipment, you have to look over and see it. And then I saw these 3 creatures. Yeah. Like, wait, those are fucking
Bactrian camels.
Camel.
Fuck.
In the Netherlands.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, the soil is sandy here, but...
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, the Bactrian camels can live, like... Bactrian camels have an incredible heat resistance and an incredible cold resistance. Yeah. So there's almost nowhere they can't live, because... Yeah, because they're really hardy and almost entirely extinct in the wild for being hardy. I don't know. Yeah. They only really survive in zoos and things like that, and apparently backyards in Vebos, in Brabant, because we're a bunch of fucking weirdos is what we are.
Apparently, yeah. So you were talking about the linguistics of fuck.
Yeah, the linguistics of fuck. I mean, I've seen it done before. Fuck can be any part of speech and all that, but that's not linguistics. It is. But linguistically, the sound of the word, it's what's so pleasing. I mean, fuck starts with a fricative.
Yeah.
fricatives, f and the, those are fricatives.
Sounds you make by blowing air through your lips.
It has more to do with where your tongue is, but yeah. Well, you blow air through your lips for B's and P's, and they're not fricatives. What are fricatives? What's the definition?
Pull out your cheat sheet.
I have a cheat sheet here. Air escaping through a small passage.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So,
unlike,
hissing.
Unlike
is also a fricative.
Stewie talking to wheat.
Yeah.
What?
He's made W into a fricative.
Wheel.
Yeah.
Wait.
It isn't really normally. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the and s, those are fricatives as well.
Okay.
No, so it starts with a fricative, and a fricative is kind of okay. I mean, but a fricative is a hiss, which has associations with it. But the real powerhouse. Well, the next you have which is a broad vowel. Broad vowels are A, O, and U, but the different variations of A, O, and U. Slender vowels are E and I. They're slender. Broad vowels have like a lot of power behind them, and they're open. So we feel like, when you get hit in the gut, that gives you a release. That makes you feel better when you're exercising and you're trying to do those last reps. You go, you make that sound, and that's a normal human sound to like alleviate your suffering. This is like a real psychological reason behind why you go and not E.
I didn't know that. So why do people go E when they're excited?
It's a different emotion. It's not
that.
Yeah. Is the same.
Well, people do that when, like in a horror movie, like some jump scare, people go, ah! It'll go, Well, some people go,
I'm giving him a weird look.
What? I mean...
Yeah. But the
then there's Bill Vincenti, who just goes, all the time.
Which is a broad vowel. And it works for him.
Well, he's usually evincing disgust.
Yes.
So.
Well, he is... We do disgust him. We've been disgusting him. We've been disgusting him.
20 years.
For 20 years, yes.
Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill. We just name drop. We'll just name drop.
The whole damn time.
The whole damn time. And if you don't like it...
Fuck off.
If you don't like it, put it in the comments. You have to listen to our podcast first, and we don't know if anyone is. You might all have turned off. I don't know. But, you gonna wait for the cyclist?
I am.
Yeah, wait for the cyclist. So, the real reason why fuck is such a good curse word is because it ends with a plosive, and it ends with a good plosive. Your unvoiced velar plosive. Ka. No. Yeah, unvoiced velar plosive. Ka. Now there's a curse.
Unless you're James Hetfield of Metallica.
Does he say ka? Ka. But it's a plosive. It means that you rapidly expel air.
Right.
And you're hitting the spot in your mouth between the hard palate and the soft palate with your tongue. Huh. You can feel it more if you make a g. You can definitely feel how you hit the top. G is the voiced version of k.
Okay.
So that's why you have sometimes when people say I'm thinking.
Okay.
Thinking, because K and G are closely related, and not just in English. K and G there are sounds in the human mouth. They are sounds that are very closely related. So
it's like your classic comedy German accent.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am thinking.
Yeah, and that the reason that happens is the K is the unvoiced version of the G, and if you say a G too crisply, it becomes a K. Or if you kind of soften up a K, it becomes a G.
So why is it psychologically pleasant to use this assemblage of noises?
Well, it's like an explosion. I mean, you start out with F, and you could start out with anything, I think, except probably not a plosive. You want to start out with... No, you could probably start out with plosive, too. You start out with something that's a little negligible, and then you go into a broad vowel, which opens everything up, so you have very open sounds. And then you end it with this explosion. Ka! Fuck! And it kind of like takes all your negative energy and throws it out. So you say, in a way that God damn it doesn't.
Unless you go, God damn it.
But still, damn has a broad vowel in it.
I said the God.
Yeah, but the ga of the God damn it is your voiced velar plosive, followed up by which is the broad vowel, followed up by the D, even though you don't really say the D. It's not God. We don't really say the D. You say ga. I mean, really, when you say God damn it, the D is in the second syllable. But the D is also a plosive.
Yeah, okay.
B's and P's
you
and
get 2
D's.
for 1
Yep.
when you
T's.
say God damn it.
God damn it. And it's also why you don't do God damn it not so much as God damn it.
Okay.
That T is very important, and
James
it gives
May on Top Gear. Cock.
Yeah, cock starts. Oh, cock is good.
Yeah, cock
is good.
And I'm certain that on Top Gear they use it as a euphemism for fuck.
Yeah, but cock is really good because cock starts with an unvoiced velar plosive. K.
Yeah.
The unvoiced velar plosive goes into a broad vowel and then ends with an unvoiced velar plosive. So it's like that cock isn't a bigger curse word than fuck is kind of amazing because cock.
Well, it is mildly dirty, but.
Well, so is fuck.
Is there? Do you think maybe
cock is the name of that's a chicken.
Yeah, I know, but it's also a euphemism for the penis.
Yeah.
Especially when erect.
But no, actually, I don't think cock is as satisfying as fuck, because fuck starts out with that soft sound of the fricative,
right,
and then hits it. Cock blows its wad too early.
Wow. Wow.
Cock gives it all to you in the first.
Oh.
I apologize. I really want to apologize. I didn't mean
another
that.
one, or do you want to go a little more deeply into that?
Oh.
Maybe a hit bottom?
Oh. Now you see, you're trying. I wasn't trying. I was just funny by accident. So, no, there's a curse word in Japanese. Bakaputa. Bakaputa.
I got news for you. Puta is a curse word in more than one.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't mean the same thing. It's not the same thing. Bakaputa literally in Japanese means stupid pig. And it doesn't mean anything. And there's no implication of anything else. And there's no cultural, pigs are dirty, and if we call you a pig, that's bad. The Japanese eat pig all the time. It doesn't bother them. Being stupid is not something that is against their religion. Stupid people abound. You know, it's not the impact of this word has nothing to do with the meaning of the word, but b is a fricative, b, p, d, b, and then you follow it up by a broad sound, ba. Ka is your plosive, followed up by another broad vowel. Poo, which is another fricative. P is a p is a plosive. Sorry, p is a fricative. P is a plosive. P, and with the broad vowel. And then the T is another plosive. It's a real good plosive. It's an alveolar plosive, which gives that big explosion to it. So bakaputa, it's bam, 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 bam.
Oh, yeah.
It's machine gun fire. Bam, 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 bam. Bakaputa. And that gives you a lot of feeling of release when you say it, but when it's said to you, it feels like someone's throwing shit at you. It feels like
weaponized language.
Yeah, it feels like in Japanese to say stupid is like saying fuck. Like baka is offensive because of the way the word sounds. It has nothing to do with calling someone or saying, just shouting the word stupid itself isn't offensive, but the sound of the word is offensive. And you know what you say if you want to say someone is stupid? and you don't want to offend, you say ahoya.
Wow, it is
Ahoya,
awkward.
ahoya, ahoyarana, ahoyarana. Which is totally, there's no, if there are any plosives in there, ahoya. No plosives.
It's very soft.
It's very soft. The vowels are all big and open.
Yeah.
But it's very, ahoya, so, you know, it's very, I'm even moving my head differently when I say it, but it's very soft and it means, oh, and it's kind of, the difference is between, you're a fucking idiot. And, oh, you're a little unwise, aren't you, though? Oh, bless your heart, you're not too well endowed in the brain department. But you know, and all of that feeling is done through the sound of the consonants, really, the sound of the consonants. And I know we were talking about shit earlier. Damn it, you know, shit is not. Shit is not as bad as fuck.
Yeah.
Shit is not as bad as fuck because shit is the sh is a fricative. Sh. Nice sound.
Right.
The vowel is slender.
Yeah.
Not big sound. And the T is it's a fricative. But it's a very narrow fricative, if that even makes, I don't know if you say that in linguistics, but the fricative is it's very slender. Like I say, if you say fuck, that's like an explosion. That's like a cannon fire is coming for you.
I wonder if that's why bullshit is more powerful than just shit.
Yeah. Well, bullshit, it doesn't have the plosives in there. That's all. Bull is fricative, and I don't even know what you call an L, but that big wide vowel makes it different.
Yeah.
And that kind of it's kind of like if we were talking about a gun, like I always think shit is like a gun, but shit is like a 22. Shit. It's tiny little bullet.
Pew pew pew.
Pew pew pew. It's a tiny little bullet, and you know one won't hurt you. I don't know. Maybe not.
I did.
Or maybe it's BBs. Shit. It's BBs, you know?
Spitballs out of the straw.
It's spitballs, yeah. It's tiny. It moves really, really fast, and it's tiny.
Right.
But bullshit is like you that's like a 45, I guess.
Right.
So you put there's more payload behind that. Where fuck, it also has, you tend to, you say shit really quickly, and you say fuck.
Which is why I say it when I'm falling off the horse, because I've only got so much time to say anything before I hit the ground.
Yeah, it's almost like, you know, the grounds push the shit out of. Oh, can't say that.
You just did it again.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean it. I just do it anyway. So.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think
this is the weirdest fucking podcast?
It is, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's there's something psychological in the way, the reason why the certain words are viewed as more dirty than other words, thanks to this physical linguistic reaction?
Well,
like, because people shit. I mean, shit would have gotten me slapped.
Yeah.
When I said it in front of my mother.
Yeah.
But fuck would have gotten me slapped, and you wait till your dad gets home.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah. I don't know, because, like, you know, to take the Japanese example.
I mean, these associations with because shit is also it's scatological function. It's a euphemism for defecation.
Yeah, because I mean, here's the thing.
We're fucking. Hang on.
Yeah, okay.
In the especially in the puritanical American context, is really dirty, right? You know, taking a shit, everybody shits, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's mildly naughty compared to fuck or cunt or there's another example, cunt versus pussy. Both euphemisms for a woman's naughty bits.
Yeah, except pussy can mean something else, and cunt only means cunt.
Right, but cunt.
Yeah.
Is that it's like fuck.
And it's from the freaking Latin.
But yeah, but is there that?
I got another interesting thing I have to bring up.
Doesn't it follow then that the reason they're so offensive in air quotes has to do with the connotation with sex, which in a puritanical West, especially in America, is dirty, 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 dirty. And of course, it's a woman's body part.
I was going to say, why isn't penis a dirty word?
Well,
I mean, okay, that's the technical term. But dick, you can
cock,
say...
dick.
Oh, but you see, the problem with that is you can't really analyze it by itself.
Yeah.
Because, cunt only refers to the female body part. Pussy refers to a cat as well.
Right.
Dick can be a man's name. Cock is the name of a rooster, another word for rooster. So you can't remove those, whereas cunt only means one thing.
Yeah, true.
But you see, this is the thing. I don't know. I mean, I haven't thought about this before.
It just occurred to me.
No.
My head,
Because language is culturally derived.
Do better show prep.
Oh fuck! The most show prep I did was print out a little thing that would remind me of what plosives and what the difference between plosives and fricatives were, because I realized that I know some of them, but I don't know all of them, so I wanted to remind myself, because I don't have.
We strive for accuracy.
We strive for accuracy.
Reconstructing History podcast.
Yeah, I didn't want to put out there that something was a fricative when it wasn't. It would be a terrible thing for me to do. No, language is culturally derived, and the interesting thing about being a speaker of English who is not from England and was not.
This is cool.
What, cows?
Cows watching the men working.
Yes.
They're just like, what are you doing?
Oh.
Across the street, there are cows in a field on the right, and men working in a house, in the front garden of a house on the across the street on the left. Yeah. And the cows are just standing there like, what's up?
What's up? What you doing? What you doing? What you got?
They've got watch cows.
Watch cows. Because language is culturally derived.
Right.
Being an American, someone who grew up in America, speaking English, having learned English from Americans, growing up in the American culture, which is a different culture than English culture, of course. The way we view words is different, even though they're the same words in English. Like on British television, if you watch English TV channels or shows that are on YouTube and things like that come from England, if something is on after, they call it the watershed, and I think that's 10 p.m. After 10 p.m., you can say fuck. I think you can say it 3 times. Like, you can't have a TV show that says fuck as often as I say fuck. But you can have a show of...
Couldn't air Goodfellas on the BBC.
Yeah, exactly. But you could say fuck 3 times. And I think you can say cunt once. Which is, like, I don't know. People freak out when you say cunt in the United States. They act as if it's the worst word they've ever heard, and it's just a word, And
well, culturally, it carries a very specific connotation, and it's always negative, and it's always meant to be powerful.
Yeah, and I have... Like
I was saying, cunt versus pussy.
Yeah, and I have... I mean, linguistically, cunt is a hard word because it starts with a k, and it has a broad vowel, and then it ends with a t, so it just starts hitting you and keeps hitting you, and it is a very offensive sound. And where pussy starts with a lovely little plosive, p, and then it has a broad vowel, and then ends with a s, which is another lovely little fricative. Yeah. Lovely little fricative. And so that doesn't offend anyone when you say pussy, which why they then bleep it when they're referring to a female body part has everything to do with culture and nothing to do with the offense of the word.
Well, I don't think you can separate culture and whether or not a word is offensive.
No, I don't. No, but I mean, if you say pussy and you're obviously not talking about... If you say that woman's pussy, you don't know if you're talking about her feminine genitalia or if you're talking about her cat.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And they get away with it, and everybody like winks at the camera and gets away with it. But if you were saying something about like she had to go to the pussy dog, oh no, that doesn't even work because she could be going to the vet, couldn't she?
Yeah, but come on.
I know. But if you said pussy in such a way on American television that it absolutely had to mean vagina, American TV wouldn't let you say it.
No.
And so
I remember a day when penis was a no-no word on American TV. I will never forget it. Saturday Night Live, Matthew Broderick was hosting. And I read about it later. It was in magazines and stuff.
Oh yeah, because Saturday Night Live was really and truly live.
Yeah.
When the first time it went out. And there people had said fuck on Saturday Night Live.
They had a sketch that the NBC people came back and said, you can't say that. And the word you can't say penis. And the SNL people went, fuck. At
midnight on a Saturday. I mean,
so
for fuck's sake.
I remember the sketch. Like, I think they completely rewrote the sketch and didn't tell anyone.
Oh God, there was this Saturday.
They're all like, "Hey, how's your penis?
Yeah.
My penis is fine. How's your penis?"
Yeah.
And they said it about 500 times.
Yeah.
And the audience was just losing their shit.
Yeah.
It was hysterical.
Yeah.
But what an uproar.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, the usual argument is that you don't want the kids to hear that. And
but why not?
If the kids haven't heard the word penis, I don't know. The kids hear penis more than you do. But
it's a clinical term.
Penis in particular is a clinical term. I mean, cunt isn't, but penis is. But it's kind of baffling. And I remember an episode of Saturday Night Live where it was Tony Danza. I remember distinctly it was Tony Danza.
Hold me close now, Tony Danza.
Yeah, him. And two other guys, like two of the regulars on the show who were, and I don't remember who they were, but two of the regulars on the show who were pretending to be like Goombas. Like, you know, Italian guys from Brooklyn and shit. And the whole sketch was them being Goombas. And all three of them were talking to camera, like they were doing an ad, like a commercial or something like that, or presenting a show or something like that. And you know, one of the hallmarks of, you know, your New York Guido is they use fuck as punctuation or, you know, verbal pause or whatever. And so instead of saying fucking, like in between words, they said funking.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And so they said this to please the censor, but of course they're live. And as they were doing the performance, they kept screwing up and saying fucking anyway.
Oh no.
So, but it was live, so you couldn't stop them. So, oh my God, it was so funny because they're like
Lorne Michaels off like stage left.
Oh my God,
cringing.
And they like every time it happened, like the first time it happened, they were kind of like, oh shit, and then they started giggling, and then once they started giggling, then they all started screwing up and saying fucking instead of funking, and like Merry Funking Christmas, you know, there's something like that. And
let's not pretend that wasn't deliberate.
Oh yeah, but I mean, but it was, you know, they probably put it in to get it past the censor, and then, and it's not like they took it out. They didn't mean to do it, but they screwed up.
Network censors notoriously have their senses of humor surgically removed.
I mean, to be fair, the FCC does fine them for every single incidence of a word on the list.
Come on. What is it, George Carlin? What was George Carlin's thing he used to do? Rat shit, bat shit, dirty old twat.
Yeah.
69 assholes tied in a knot.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Lizard shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Why I remember that? I have no idea.
Oh, because it's Carlin. Carlin is God.
But yeah, twat's another one.
Yeah, twat. What the fuck? I just... And again... Starts with a T, ends with a T, has a broad vowel in the middle. I mean... Twat. It gives you a lot of satisfaction. And like I was saying, you know, like I said, the example of baka puta, it doesn't mean anything offensive at all in any way, shape, or form to Japanese people.
But in the cultural context.
But not the cultural context, the fact that it is a nasty sound.
Oh yeah.
It is a nasty sound that you make, and it has no bearing on what the words mean, which is completely different from like penis, for example. Penis doesn't have a nasty sound to it. It's what it means that offends people.
Yeah.
And I have a problem with that. I mean, I have a problem with I have a problem with body parts or natural functions, offending people.
Yeah.
I don't think it should offend you.
Well, that's the thing about here, is that, the Dutch people are so delightfully direct.
Oh my God.
And, like if you go to a dinner party, like you go to have dinner with your neighbors or something like that, before you, go into dinner or something, your host may very well say to you, I'm going to have a shit. If you would like to have a shit before me, please do.
And
rather than it's, but
yeah.
And
you hear, I have a problem, as someone raised American, I have a problem with saying, like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. Well, why do you have to go to the bathroom? Do you need a bath? Oh, you have to use the toilet. And I don't want to say use the toilet because then they'll know what I'm doing in there. Like I'm going to go to the bathroom. Like I say, oh, excuse me.
I'm going to go powder my nose.
I have to go powder my nose. Like I'm going to go and powder my fucking
ridiculous
nose.
Fucking euphemisms. You're gonna powder your
but
nose.
We don't announce, oh, I'm going to go pee. I mean, well, we do sometimes. When you're with your friends and you're drunk, I'm going to pee!
You gotta get rid of some of this beer I rented.
But even that Bob, like even, I'm very shy about saying that. I'm like...
Dying for a slush?
Yeah. I don't like to say, when someone says, oh, I gotta go take a pee, I'm like, well, take one for me too. I don't know.
That's what offends me about that.
What?
Not you're talking about the bodily function, but why would you take a shit? Yeah. Why would you take a piss?
You need to give a shit. Why would you take one?
Yeah.
Leave one.
Have one.
Leave one. Make one. Do one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Our language is screwed up. But,
like I'm going to pick it up and put it in my pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's shit to be, be offended by racism. Be offended by...
Be offended by the fact that fucking...
Torture.
Torture. Be offended by the fact that a woman's genitalia is so universally reviled that it's always a pejorative.
And it's no uglier than men's genitalia. It's men's genitalia.
Men's genitalia is ridiculous.
Yeah. And men's genitalia is...
It's a fucking turkey neck.
Yeah. Put that shit away.
What's what is it Betty White said about the woman's genitalia?
Or what did she say?
They can take a pounding?
No, it's balls. Why did they say when somebody is really tough that they have balls? Balls.
Yeah, you touch them and people cry.
Yeah. Pinch someone's balls. Balls get cold and they shrivel up. They're incredibly not hardy.
And when they call someone a weakling, they call them a pussy, and those things can take a pounding.
Yeah.
I think is how the quote.
Yeah. A pussy can take a pounding.
And it's Betty White. That's what makes it funny.
Oh, it's hysterical. But it's funny because we're not allowed to say those things, and it's just kind of...
It's stupid.
It irks me. It irks me. And I mean, granted, I am someone who was, born and raised in the United States and who chose to move to Europe because I like Europe. And so obviously I'm going to like the European approach to things better.
Yeah. It's
because
the sort of thing where...
I chose to.
It's a sort of thing that...
Here.
It's like America. In America, you can watch someone
Joey.
There's Joey. He's in there.
Oh, there's him, yeah. Joey is the wallaby in the neighborhood.
You can... watch people be dismembered, blown to bits, shot 200 times. But God forbid there's a nipple. Everybody loses their goddamn minds.
Fucking CSI, I mean,
people flayed open, rib cages and internal organs and shit.
Yeah, and all that shit. And, gotta cover up...
Gotta pixelate someone's ass crack.
Yeah. They have, on CSI, these bodies in the morgue always have a towel over their tits. But their guts are laying on the floor.
Yeah.
But there's a towel over their tits.
They've done the Y incision and they've cracked the rib cage, but you put a dainty towel over their nipples? Come on.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Well, if they've cracked the rib cage, the nipples aren't showing.
The point is...
yeah. The
point is, any amount of violence is fine.
But you've watched the French version of, like, the CSI shows?
Oh, yeah.
Dead body laying on the slab. Penis hanging out.
Speaking of ridiculous, turkey neck. But
the French are like, what? This is... No, why did my French accent, my friend, that was a French vampire, apparently.
Bud. It is très bon.
I want to suck your blood. I don't know.
It is...
Magnifique.
C'est magnifique.
Oh, French people, please forgive me. I'm just a fucking idiot.
But, no, that's what if I'm going to be offended by anything like that has to do with, tits, it's not going to be the word tits.
Yeah.
It's going to be the fact that you can't see them on the telly.
Well, yeah, and do you think people really get,
And the thing that's really offensive, even here in Europe, is, nudity is okay on the telly, and you got these beautiful women, beautiful young women walking around stark naked, and the guy that they're doing the love scene with is like pushing 60.
Oh my God. Okay, the Swedish, forgive me, Swedes.
It's enough to put you off your feet.
The original Wallander. Kenneth Branagh did a version of Wallander, called it Wallander. It's Wallander. The Swedish crime drama, and he's
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
That's offensive as hell.
Oh my God, there's a scene in the Swedish Wallander where this guy, who's actually the age of Wallander,
The character,
not Kenneth Branagh, who is, when he did it, he was much younger than Wallander. But because Wallander, like the spoiler alert, the series ends with him succumbing to Alzheimer's disease. So he's not a young. He's not a young man. But in this one scene, he consummates his relationship with his girlfriend, who's gorgeous Swedish middle-aged woman, but gorgeous, and she's naked, and he's naked. She was
not so bad.
She's naked.
Not so,
but
that can remain.
Yeah, but and you don't see much of him, but you do see
enough to put you off your food.
His pockmarked, saggy 60-year-old fucking naked ass. Yeah. Getting out of the bed, and I'm like, you just ruined it for me. I didn't need to see that.
This was sexy.
I didn't need to see. It was sexy for a minute, and then, and it wasn't graphic or anything.
Two words.
It was just them getting into bed together naked, and then it cut to the next day. So
Two words.
What?
Butterscotch pudding.
Butterscotch pudding on a droopy pockmark.
Makes everything worse.
Oh, God.
You're welcome.
Oh, God. I am an ass woman. I like to see a nice ass. I do not like to see an ugly ass.
With pockmarks.
With pockmarks. And
butterscotch pudding.
And truth be told, if there was a naked man in a scene where the reason for him being naked had nothing to do with sex, it was just, he's naked, he's on a beach.
Yeah.
And it's a naked beach, and he's like, there's a show I watch, Bad Hotels. It's Danish show, Seaside Hotel, they call it in English. And they're Danes, and they're on the beach. They're at a beach hotel in the 30s. And oftentimes in the 30s, it wasn't...
Couples. There are couples, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this rumble is about. We'll be clear of them very soon.
And they swim naked on the beach. Oh, that's a pretty house.
Isn't it?
I like that house. Yeah. There's a bunch of really modern houses right around here.
We are in.
But yeah, so they swim naked, but and so the guys strip off and run into the surf, and
turkey necks flopping all over the place.
There's a young guy, and there's a middle-aged guy, and then there's an old guy, and they're all buck naked, and they run into the surf, and I don't mind that at all, because that's a person,
Yeah.
But when you turn it into a sex thing, I don't want to see ugly.
I don't. What I object to is that puritanical American reaction to anything having to do with the human body.
Yeah.
As being foul.
I'm going to forget which actor it was, but there was an actor, and I don't think he was an American actor. I think he was. I want to say it was Ewan McGregor, and I'm not certain that's the case.
Jesus, you mean?
Jesus. I'm not certain it was Ewan McGregor, but it might have been. But there was he did a full frontal nude scene because, and the whole reason he did, like, he insisted on doing a full frontal nude scene in this movie when they said, oh, you don't have to do full frontal, we can cut around that, and but he said my female co-star is fully frontally nude. Why wouldn't I be?
Right.
Why are you going to shoot it so that my leg is in the way or something like that?
Yeah.
And
why the double standard?
Why the double standard? And
are you admitting that it's purely for prurient interest?
Yeah, and it is kind of stupid,
More than kind of, in my opinion.
And I think, I'm gonna make a grand pronouncement here, and I might be completely wrong. I haven't thought it through.
All right.
So please send your comments too. I look forward to your letters, how do they say?
I don't, because they'll come to me.
I really look forward to getting your emails. I wonder if our whole attitude, the problem with women making less money in the workplace, the problem with women being subjected to the fear of rape, the fear of going someplace by themselves, that they're not safe because rapists are out there. If that whole thing isn't because we hide sex, like if we were well adjusted as a culture and if we like, when you're a little kid, it's okay to play in the bath with your opposite sex siblings, but there's a certain point in your life where your parents go, no, we can't do that anymore, and you're not allowed to do that, and you can't do that. You can't take off your clothes in front of someone unless you're going to have sex with them. And I wonder sometimes, that was a car with a Belgian license plate, with vanity license plates, which are outrageously expensive here, that said CBD. Do you think that's a drug dealer?
Let me think.
I'm just asking the question.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I wonder.
But yeah, I do wonder if the reason that we think, do we degrade women because we don't see them normally? But do we think of women, showing a bit of thigh or some cleavage or something as being an invitation because we hide that?
I think that you start to get into a chicken egg thing at that point, because
Or do we hide women because we only? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I remember when I was in high school. Not high school. I remember when I was in college. And I'm not going to mention your names because I hate you and I don't want to think about you. But my best friend, who turned on me in my divorce, she told me, her and her husband used to take great delight in telling me how much her husband's mother hated me. And the reason she hated me was she thought I was trying to break them up, which isn't true necessarily. But she thought I wanted to break them up because I wanted to go out with him. And he was, I swear, I have never met an uglier man in my life. And not only was he ugly, because I know some ugly people who I love dearly because they're wonderful people, and you forget that they're ugly. But he was ugly, and he was also stupid, like dumb.
And that's the cardinal sin.
But no, that isn't the cardinal sin, because you can be ugly and stupid and still be a lovely person. He was an asshole.
Ah.
And So, if anything, I didn't want, I introduced my best friend to him because I thought they'd have it off and she would enjoy it. And so I introduced them. I'm the whole reason they got married was because I made the stupid fucking mistake of introducing them in the first place. But, I never actively tried to break them up, but I just kind of sat silently on the side and hoped that she'd come to her senses and didn't marry this asshole. But quite frankly, when we were still at college together, I wasn't trying to break them up because they were just having a fling. So, but his mother hated me. And I was like, well, why does she hate me? Well, you wear short skirts. And I said, why is this any of her business that I wear short skirts?
That makes you a slut.
Yeah, and that was her attitude, was that I was a slut. Now when I was in university, I was good looking and I had long legs, but I have really thick ankles. I have cankles. I have my Japanese mom used to call me Zoashi because that's a elephant leg, because elephants have no ankles. Elephants, their leg goes right down into their foot. That's my leg. My leg doesn't bend at the ankle. I have really big ankles, and that's just structurally what my leg looks like. And so if you wear a long skirt, it points at your ankles, but if you wear a skirt that's above your knees, it points higher. And I have a nice rest of my leg. So I would wear short skirts. Not that you can see my ass. I never wore anything that I couldn't bend over in,
Yeah.
But I wore shorter skirts because I looked better in them. And whenever this woman would come to visit her son at university, my best friend would, suddenly she would dress like people who dress modestly because of their religion, who just pile on the clothing, everything has to be down to their knuckles, the sleeves have to be down to their knuckles, and the skirt has to be down to the floor, and everything has to be buttoned
up. Wear a doily on their head.
She didn't put a doily on her head, but no, she dressed like she was freaking Amish whenever the mother-in-law came around, and I was like, for Christ's sake, just and my friends wasn't, I almost said her name, I'm not saying her fucking name. My friend wasn't a person, she wasn't a really showy off person. She didn't wear, she didn't show her cleavage. She didn't wear short skirts. She didn't do that anyway. But whenever the mother-in-law came around, she would cover up like she was going to get, points off or something. And indeed she was, because the mother-in-law judged her, and she hated me because I wore short skirts. And I was like, hate away, lady. You're not harming me.
Yeah,
And what is wrong with that,
And that is a thing that I think ties directly into this whole words are bad. Certain words are bad, and certain bad words are worse than other words.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have to do with sex,
mm-hmm.
and the worst words, bad words that have to do with sex, are the ones that involve the woman's naughty bits.
Yeah. And let me tell you,
and that,
right? And to get back to I know I'm finished with my story, and I'm not going to harp on it. But the reality of what was the worst thing that came out of that entire situation? Was it that I slept with my best friend's husband? I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole if you paid me $1 million to do it. I thought he was disgusting. But what happened is that she took the side of someone she didn't know as well as me.
Yeah.
When we got divorced, and that was a far dirtier thing. She shat on our friendship.
Yeah.
And isn't that worse than showing some leg? Isn't that worse than saying fuck?
But it's, again, it's the condemnation of the female
mm-hmm. simply
for existing.
Yep.
Of course it had to be your fault.
It had to be my fault. It had to be my fault. It couldn't be that he was a manipulative fucking bastard.
And I think that's the sad postscript.
If you're listening, Mike, hi.
You prick.
Yeah.
It's
I'm sure you're a very nice person now that you've grown up.
I don't know.
Oh, silence.
I don't have
silence.
to be. I don't have to be nice.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
No,
I don't care.
It's a sad conclusion to this audio essay that really had not really an essay because there's no real structure to it, but
there's no structure. We have no structure.
It's all stream of consciousness, but it's that the reason swear words are swear words is because of hang-ups.
Yeah.
Hang-ups that people have about natural processes and people just being who they are.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Let me hit you with a 4-letter word to end on. Kind. Kind is a 4-letter word that starts with a plosive.
Has a slender.
Has a slender vowel in the middle, and ends with another plosive. No, is that
it's
a plosive?
It's
no.
like cunt, but
it's like cunt. It is like cunt, but it's a slender kint. You know.
And it's nice.
It's kind. If you say fuck and are kind, it matters more that you're kind than you said a quote unquote dirty word.
That's a very, very good thought to end on.
Thanks for listening, people. I love you all.
If you want to hear more, subscribe, like, ring the bell. If you're on Facebook, listen to me. If you're on YouTube, if you have commentary questions, anything like that, you can comment. If there's a place to comment wherever you're listening to this, go ahead. If you have thoughts, you want to email them to us, you can email them to info@reconstructinghistory.com. And I think that's everything for the tail section thingy.
Bye!
Bye! Oh, wait. Fuck off!